Your texts still stay unread, but I know every word. I sleep with your side empty, just like you left it clean. You sent your last goodbye, but I refuse to read. My screen lights up sometimes, like maybe you came back, but it's never you now, just shadows painted black. You said space was temporary, but distance became ordinary. I leave your text unread, pretend they don't exist. Maybe if I never read them, you never really quit. You left quietly, politely, with a love too soft to fight me. I leave your text unread, but still hear everything you said. You changed your profile picture, I noticed right away. You're smiling with new people, like you don't miss my face. I scroll past slowly, but never click again. I stay stuck in silence and memories I defend. You moved on without a trace, but I still keep your space. I leave your texts unread, so your goodbye won't speak. Maybe silence will pretend you're still a part of me. You left subtle, left clean, now you live inside my screen. I leave your text unread, but still answer in my head. Maybe someday I'll respond, or maybe silence stays too long. Maybe you'll forget you wrote, but every letter's in my throat. I leave your text unread, but I memorize each line like the silence can erase how you softly changed your mind. I pretend you're still typing like it's you, not me, hiding. I leave your texts unread, and that's where they'll stay instead. Unhide, but never unfilled. Never unfilled. You didn't say goodbye, just stop typing back. I watched your dot fade out, then stared like you'd come back. I still check if you're online, even though I swore I'd stop that. You left your song in my playlist, haven't skipped it yet. 'Cause when the chorus hits, I pretend we never met. You don't owe me anything, but silence feels like punishment. You left me on blue, not red, not gray, just truth. I said, hope you're okay. You said nothing that said more anyway. I don't blame you for the fade, but I still scroll like I'm afraid. You left me on blue, and I stayed. I rehearse how I'd reply if your name lit up again. But deep down I already know we're not going back to when. You liked my is where it doesn't stay. You left me on blue, no explanation, no excuse. I've written songs I'll never send, and ones you'll never listen to again. You didn't have to say goodbye, but the way you left still made me cry. You left me on blue, so I learned how to disappear too. You left me on blue, but I stayed. You didn't slam the door, but I still heard it. You kissed my cheek like we had more time. Said see you later, but didn't look behind. Left your mug on the second shelf. Now I drink from it like I'm someone else. You didn't cry, but your eyes got loud, and I smiled like I wasn't breaking down. You gave me half a goodbye, just enough to feel the tear. Didn't say the words out loud, but they hung heavy in the air. You walked out like it was small, but I haven't moved at all. You gave me half a goodbye, and I've been holding the rest. I sleep on my side, so I don't feel yours, but the cold still creeps through the cracks in the floor. Your playlist still plays when I shuffle mine, like the algorithm knows I'm not fine. Everyone asks if we're just taking space. I nod, but I know you're already erased. You gave me half a goodbye, a pause instead of a close. No fight, no slamming doors, just the quiet kind that shows. You didn't wanna hurt, so you let me hurt alone. You gave me half a goodbye, now I write the rest in my phone. You didn't say forever, but you never said done. And somehow that limbo feels worse than none. You gave me half a goodbye, like maybe it'd still return. But the silence that followed still burns, still learns. I would have begged if you just looked twice, but you blinked, and that was the goodbye. Half a goodbye was enough to break me. You look happier now, but I'm still stuck in grayscale. Saw you smile through someone else's lens, fake like it's real. I guess that depends. You used to laugh with your whole chest. Now it's just pretend not to care, but your ghost still lingers in my clothes and in the air. You left so soft, no slam, no shout, but somehow that still feels loud. You look happier now, but I'm still fading out. I stopped posting for a while, hoped you'd notice, but you smiled like nothing ever cracked at all. But I'm still answering your last call. Everyone says you moved on fast, but time doesn't fix what never passed. You look happier now, and I keep watching through the glass, like maybe if I disappear, you'll circle back at last. But your eyes don't search the crowd like they did when we were proud. You look happier now, and I'm just background sound. Maybe we weren't built to last, but I still rewind the past like a movie with no end, like a text I can't resend. You look happier now, and maybe you really are, but I still flinch at your name, still drive the long way past your car. I'll never say it to your face, but you're the space I can't replace. You look happier now, but I'm not. But you never looked back. But you never looked back. I left the volume low, so I could still pretend you called. Your sweater's in the corner still, I walk around it like a will. The lights flicker like they know that I can't let you fully go. I check my phone and lock it fast. You're not there, but I scroll past. You left in lowercase, but I still read it loud like grace. I could have begged, but I won't break, so I fold the ache into mistakes. I left the lights on low in case your ghost wants me to know you don't come back, but still I wait. In every whisper, every late, I left the window cracked, so maybe time could take me back. You don't reply, you never show, but I still leave the lights on low. Your song with no sound, a melody I lost but found. I keep it under all my breath, a lullaby of what you left. Your touch still stains the hallway air. I wear your name like no one cares, and every room still holds your steps, even if you never meant. I won't speak what you forgot, but I keep the words in every spot. I left the lights on low, so your memory feels like home. The shadows stretch like they're aware you're not gone. trace my face like I'm a map, but don't go deeper than the cracks. You said you liked my quiet side, but silence isn't always kind. You hold me like a memory, like I'm not someone that can bleed. Your love feels soft until it slips, like paper cuts along my lips. You didn't mean to break me, but you never meant to stay. I've got paper skin you touched and tore within. You smiled like nothing stung, but I'm still coming undone. I don't bruise, I fold, quiet, sharp and cold. You don't know what you did, but I've got paper skin. You said I'm strong, I let you think. That strength looks just like not sinking, but I've been holding air like gold, and no one asks what I can't hold. You kissed my forehead, shut the door, like I wouldn't feel it anymore. But even empty arms can wait when no one chooses them to stay. You said I'll call you soon, but time has never lied like you. I've got paper skin, so don't pretend again that you were gentle here when I still feel you disappear. You didn't need to scream to leave a mark that stays in me. You think I'm fine within, but I've got paper skin. I wish you'd seen the way I shook when you said less than you should have. I've got paper skin and you wrote your name too thin. It faded fast, but still it stings in every quiet little thing. You held me soft, but left so sharp. Now I fall apart in parts you never meant to begin. But I've got paper skin. Don't press too hard, I'm already gone. I talk like you're still here, even though it's been a year. I pour 2 mugs of tea, still leave your space across from me. The lamp flickers like it knows how hard it is to let you go. And I'm not crazy, just attached to moments I can't get back. I talk like you're still here, you're still here, like your keys are in your pocket, like your laugh still fills the air, like this hurt has no way to stop it. I still hum your favorite song, like you'll join in before too long, and every line just draws you near, so I talk like you're still here. Maybe I'm afraid to heal, 'cause healing means accepting it was real. I talk like you're still here, in the way I close the blinds, in the playlist that I keep just in case you press rewind. And maybe one day I'll move on, but for now I play along to the memory I hold dear. I talk like you're still here, still here. I kept your side of the bed warm, even when it was cold. You held me like a photograph, something pretty, something past. You said you feel things differently, but I still felt you leaving me. We talked in lowercase goodbyes, no closure, just quieter replies. And I stayed like silence does, close enough but not enough. I asked if this was real, you kissed me like it almost was, but you were never really here, just a shadow drawn near, like a dream I touched too fast, like a song that couldn't last. And I still sleep with the light dimmed low, pretending you don't already know. You were never really here, but I still feel you disappear. I see you online sometimes, and still wait for a sign, but all I get is stillness now, like you forgot the way I sound. I watch your name go dim, like stars that give in. You didn't leave with noise or fight, just with silence that were right. You never meant to stay, but I loved you like you might. You were never really here, but I built a world from fear, from all the text you never sent, from almost every hint. I light a candle once a week for someone who forgot to speak. You were never really here, but I still hear you crystal clear. I don't blame you, I just miss the light. You were never really here, just a feeling I made near. I wrote songs you'll never find, but they kept you for a little time. I don't cry like I used to. Now I just disappear a little quieter. Left the lights on in my room so I wouldn't feel the truth. Pulled the blanket past my face, hoping time would just erase. You asked if I was okay. I said yeah and looked away. There's a version of me that would have said, I don't know how to breathe in my own head. But you don't like it when I bleed, unless it's pretty on a beat. I don't cry, I dissolve like a shadow on the wall. Fade to black behind the glass. Smile slow, pretend it passed. You want fire, you want storms, but I break in quiet forms. I don't scream, I don't call, I don't cry. I just dissolve. Sometimes I think you meant well, but love isn't something you sell. You gave me half of what you had and took the rest when things got bad. I kept the pieces you forgot, folded them inside my thoughts. Now every mirror knows my face, but never in the same place. You say, don't take it personal, but I was the most personal thing you knew. I don't cry, I dissolve like the lines in bathroom stalls, like your name I traced in steam, like the half-true in my dream. You want drama, you want pain, but I break in quieter ways. No confessions, no resolve. I don't cry, I just dissolve.
I'm still here, just less defined, a little more blur every time.
I don't cry, I dissolve, soft and slow behind it all. I'm not loud, I'm not brave, but I feel it every way. You won't see what's underneath, but I'm bleeding in my sleep. I don't cry, I just dissolve. You said I changed, you just stopped looking. You said I changed, you just stopped looking. Almost texted you tonight, but I let the screen go dark again. Typed your name out of habit, watched the cursor blink then back it. Heart said just hit send, but I know how that would end. The last thing you said still echoes, soft like the rain on windows. And maybe I'm not over it, but I'm getting good at hiding it. I write you in lowercase now, like it'll hurt a little less somehow. Almost texted you tonight, just to hate and make things right, but I knew you'd leave me on red, and I'd spiral in my head, so I let the silence win again. Played your song and closed the app. Almost texted you tonight, but I'm not ready for all that. The moonlight hit the floor, same way it did when you walked out the door. I whispered things you'd never hear, just to feel like you were near. The phone feels heavy when it's late, and memories don't know how to wait. So I stared and thought of what we lost, then counted reasons not to call. You don't follow me no more, but your shadow still sleeps by my door. Almost texted you tonight, like we didn't end in quiet fights. Like I could pretend you'd care if I said I'm not quite there. But I let the message die before it turned into goodbye. Almost texted you tonight, but I let the silence slide. Maybe next time I'll be brave, or maybe silence is how I'm safe. Almost texted you tonight, just to see if you'd reply, but I held my breath instead and let the moment slip instead. Some love songs don't need a sense, some wounds are better left unsaid. Almost texted you tonight, but I didn't. But I wanted to. But I wanted to. I had 100 Johnsons frequent instead. You looked at me like you knew I was holding something back from you. I smiled just enough to hide the words stuck somewhere deep inside. You talked like we still had time. I nodded like I was fine, but my silence wasn't peace. It was a version of defeat. And I still replay that night where I almost said it right. These are the things I left unsaid, the thoughts I typed and then erased instead. I wanted to tell you everything, but I swallowed every feeling and you said I'll go, and I just nodded. Should've screamed, but I just watched it. Now all I have are echoes in my bed and things I left unsaid. I found the note I never gave, still folded up, still perfectly safe. Your name still sits at the top, like maybe one day I'll send it off. But it's been weeks and I still don't, 'cause if you knew, maybe you won't come back like you almost do. Every dream I sleep you through, and maybe that's the price of holding back instead of trying. These are the things I left unsaid, all the I misuse. maybe if I speak them now, it's too late to bring us down. But I still write them every night, just in case you change your mind. These are the things I left unsaid, but they still live inside my chest. If you ever wonder what went wrong, it's everything I should have said all along. No big goodbye, no final cry, just the sound of letting go too quiet. Now I sleep with everything you never read, the things I left unsaid. You didn't say goodbye, just close the door quiet. You left your keys on the kitchen counter, said nothing's wrong, but the silence felt louder. I still hear your footsteps, soft on the stairs, still ask if you're home, even though no one's there. You didn't fight, didn't yell, just smiled slow and said, oh well. You were quiet when you left, but the silence stayed behind. I would have rather felt it loud so I could leave the sound behind. Now every quiet room sounds like missing you. You were quiet when you left, now quiet hurts too. Your name still lights up when someone else calls, but it's never you now, just shadows on walls. I sleep with the TV to fill empty space, but nothing replaces the way your quiet tastes. No tears, no fight, but it still echoes every night. You were quiet when you left, but it screamed through my bones. You walked softly out the door, but left silence that won't go. I pretend I'm fine, but silence doesn't lie. You were quiet when you left, now silence makes me cry. Maybe if you yelled or slammed the door, I wouldn't hear your absence anymore. You were quiet when you left, but it echoes every breath. Now every silent room feels full of the truth. You didn't have to shout to break me from inside out. You were quiet when you left, and quiet breaks loud. Quiet breaks loud, and I'm still breaking. Guess I'm better at pretending than admitting I'm not fine. You faded without noise, but left so much behind. I say I'm moving on, but I'm still tracing lines. Guess I'm better at pretending you're not always on my mind. You post your pictures like I'm supposed to see, like maybe your happiness means forgetting me. I double tap till I pretend it's alright, but every single evening I replay your goodbye. You said it's easier like this, but easy never felt like this. Guess I'm better at pretending, like silence doesn't burn. I watch you from afar as you casually unlearn. You said it wasn't heavy, but I still carry every word. Guess I'm better at pretending I don't still feel the hurt. And maybe you're pretending too, but you're better at being new. While I'm still holding old routines, caught somewhere in between. Guess I'm better at pretending, but not enough to heal. I smile when they're watching, but alone I keep it real. You faded out too gently, like you knew how I'd feel. Guess I'm better at pretending than saying how I feel. I pretend, but you always knew. You didn't say goodbye, but you stopped saying anything. Your name still lights my phone, but never glows the same. It used to mean a spark, now it just says game. I text you when I shouldn't, then delete before I send. You left me in the middle and called it the end. And I pretend I'm fine alone, but I keep your playlist on low. You left me on low, not off, not gone, just quiet enough to feel like I'm wrong. You didn't block me, you just stopped, like silence could finish what love forgot. You left me on low, and it hurts like cloud. Your hoodie's by the window, still smells like night and rain. I put it on for comfort, then take it off for shame. I know you check my stories, but won't reply at all. You watch like I'm a rerun, you used to love to call. You said I just need space, but made sure it was only mine. You left me on low, like a song you skip, but never just dimmed the light so I wouldn't notice you were never mine. You left me on low, not love, not hate, just soft enough to leave me awake. You didn't leave, but you let me go. Now all I feel is almost whole. You left me on low, and I still glow for you. I turned you up, you turned me down. Heavy text of sun, I didn't hear the door. You didn't say goodbye, you just folded into air. No slam, no broken glass, just the sound of no one there. I still sleep on my side, just in case you pass through. But the cold on your pillow feels a lot like truth. They say love fades loud, but you left out a sound. You left so soft, like a note I didn't read, like a sigh beneath the sheets that never needed to bleed. And I'm stuck in what you didn't say, in the echo you let stay. You didn't leave a scar or a cough, you just left so soft. There's still one spoon in the sink, one song I skip on repeat, one hoodie I wear to sleep, like you're still curled up next to me. You always said less was more, guess that counts for walking out too. Now I fill up the silence with pieces of you. They said heartbreak shouts, but yours whispered through the walls. You left so soft, no doors, no final word, just a stillness that still hurts, like a silence I never heard. And now I flinch at every hush, thinking maybe it's still us. But no, you left so soft, so soft, I almost missed it. I didn't say it then, but maybe now's okay. I still wear your hoodie, but I fold the sleeves now. Your voice fades slowly, but it still knows how. I saw your name light up once, it was someone else. Still I smiled, like maybe you remembered how I felt. I know we don't talk anymore, but I never really stopped. In case you wondered, yeah, I still care. Still dreaming lowercase, like you might be there. Didn't block you, didn't move on, just got good at playing gone. In case you wondered, I'm still here, just less loud. Your playlist still knows me better than I do. I skip the ones we sang, but sometimes I don't move. You never said goodbye, just slowly vanished in the noise. But silence sounds a lot like your softest voice. You said don't make this heavy, but I was already sinking. In case you wonder, yeah, it still hurts. I write you in my notes like that still works. Didn't cry, didn't beg, but I bled behind the text. In case you wonder, you're still in every verse. You didn't ask, but I still wanted you to. I never said, but I always meant to. In case you wonder, no, I might not fine. I just learned how to hide behind rhythm and rhyme. You never will look back, so I stare at the floor. In case you wondered, I loved you more. Just in case you wondered. I'm hardcore, but didn't mean to feel that much, but I guess I did. You laughed like the world stopped turning, and I memorized the sound. Now silence fills my hallway, and I still turn around. Your jacket's still behind my door. I wear it when I can't ignore that I was just a moment, but you became a storm. You said don't get too close, but I was already there. I didn't mean to feel that much, didn't plan to need your touch, didn't know your voice would stay, even when you walked away. You didn't ask me to hold on, but you left your echo in my song. I didn't mean to feel that much, you're wherever I'm not. I replay words you never meant like they were written in cement. I should have known from how you smiled, they never planned to stay warm, but you pulled me in with eyes that looked like stay and felt like flight. I didn't mean to feel that much, didn't know it feel like hush after every beat we shared. Now I'm gasping for your air. You didn't say we'd fall apart, but you knew you had my heart. I didn't mean to feel that much, but I still do. In the dark, maybe you were right to go. Maybe I just missed the glow of being seen and left unseen, a passing line in your routine. I didn't mean to feel that much, but I memorized your touch like a lyric I don't know, but still sing when I'm home alone. You didn't ask for any part, but you're still sleeping in my heart. Didn't mean, but I felt too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. profile pic like I wouldn't notice it. No more smile, just empty gray. Guess that's how you fade away. I read our chat from months ago, where you said you'd never go. Now your voice is just a ghost in messages I don't repost. I still type, how are you, slow, then backspace like you'd never know. You're a blank profile picture, but you still show up in my dreams. No posts, no updates, but you're still somewhere in between. I try to move, but memories stick right where I used to double tap quick. You're a blank profile picture, but I still see everything. You used to post your morning light, now your page just feels like night. I don't know if you're okay, and I don't have the right to say. I leave your name in my search like pain disguised as little quirks. I wish you'd just delete it all so I could stop expecting calls. And maybe that's the cruelest part. You're gone, but not too far. You're a blank profile picture, but I still write songs in your shape. No bio, no caption, but I still hear what you won't say. I scroll past slow and pretend you're not the story, I still depend. You're a blank profile picture, but I still hit replay. Maybe we were never framed, just a filter I can't name. Still I trace the outline there, where your face used to care. You're a blank profile picture, but your shadow moves like truth. I don't message, I don't ask, but I still wish I knew. You're not gone, just out of frame, still listed, but not the same. You're a blank profile picture, and I still feel you there. Still feel you there, even when you're blank. Fall ghost texted you tonight, but I let the screen go dark again. Typed your name out of habit, watched the cursor blink then back it. Heart said just hit send, but I know how that would end. The last thing you said still echoes, soft like the rain on windows. And maybe I'm not over it, Almost texted you tonight just to see if you'd reply, but I held my breath instead and let the moment slip instead. Some love songs don't need a send, some wounds are better left unsaid. Almost texted you tonight, but I didn't. I only sleep to see you, because nothing hurts in dreams. The ceiling says your name at night in patterns made by blinking lights. I close my eyes and find you there, in places you don't even care. You talk to me like nothing's wrong, then vanish by the second song. I try to keep you in the scene, but nothing stays in broken dreams. I know you're gone, but not completely. You haunt me where you love me sweetly. Nothing hurts in dreams. You still hold my hand. We laugh like we don't know how this will end. You're still the one who stays. You never walk away. It's only when I wake that I break, 'cause nothing hurts in dreams, but everything does by morning. I see you in a crowded room, but only when the moon is full. You smile the way you used to do, then fade like light that runs from truth. I keep a note beneath my bed with all the words I never said. I read it once before I sleep, to find you somewhere safe and deep. Reality is paper thin, but you still breathe beneath my skin. Nothing hurts in dreams. You still say my name the way you said it once, before it changed. I still believe in us, but only when I'm numb. You're perfect while I sleep, but gone when I wake up. I hold you where the light can't see, and lose you every morning. Nothing hurts in dreams, and that's where I stay, 'cause losing you again would tear me all the way. I sleep just to pretend that I don't miss my friend. Nothing hurts in dreams, so I don't want to wake again.